Hello, one and all, and welcome back to Seeking and welcome back to Seeking the Hidden Realms here on the Hidden Realms Twitch and YouTube channels. I will be your GM for this evening, Joshua McGregor. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm joined by this group of wonderful people. Say hello, wonderful people!
Hello, wonderful people.
Hello, wonderful people.
Huzzah! We are back with a new arc of Seeking the Hidden Realms, the Siltwood arc, as I have decided to call it. We'll find out why soon enough, but first, introductions are in order! I will go in reverse order around where my screen is. Daisy.
My name's Daisy, pronouns she, her, also playing Ravenall, she, her as well.
And Kieran.
My name is Kieran, pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Dendro the Frogman, boy.
Frog boy!
Frog boy, who also uses he, him pronouns.
Huzzah! Carrie.
Yo! That's not Folly's accent. Hello, I'm Carrie, my pronouns are they, them, and I play Piuwhgieawrg, who uses he, they pronouns.
Woo. And Alberta.
I'm Alberta, my pronouns are she, her, and I play Suzie, who also uses she, her pronouns.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It has been a while since any of us played in this campaign or together.
We haven't been playing in secret, folks.
We haven't been playing in secret. It's
That
all
is these characters.
And so something of a recap, I think, is in order, and we'll do just a very brief sort of recap of what has happened thus far. You all met in the city of Tomagot, this disc city that goes in two directions and floats in the sky. You then stole a ship and took it to the junkyard town of Giart. You met some Warforged and freed them from Simply Sam, a dragonborn of Madazion, and killed him. Worth noting. You then defeated the Dockmaster Adelar, who's a wizard who seemed to be in contact with a mysterious entity who's not yet been discovered as to who that was. You left. You managed to refuel the ship, get new transponder codes, naming it the Phoenix, its original name of the Arrow. You got your Bounty Hunters Guild membership so that bounties cannot be levied against you, which is a very important deal. You then started to make your way to Ipia, and on the way ended up in the Inalosin Nebula, where an incredibly pitched space battle was taking place between all kinds of people. Absolutely wild stuff. You were rescued thanks to a call from the being inside of Roe Puddlemud's shovel to a Sliprick mining group battleship, which took you out of the battle. There's so many details, I'm just skipping over a bunch of them. You guys rested, recuperated, your ship was refitted, or repaired rather. You took a circuitous route to the planet of Ipia, began a long rest in its orbit, and that is where we return to the dream of Piuwhgieawrg, who walked down the path of luck in their dreams and ended up in the golden glade of Avandra. And the goddess Avandra stands before you, Piuwhgieawrg, and says, "It's so good to see you. I've been waiting for a very long time for you, Piuwhgieawrg."
Well, it feels like I've been waiting my whole life to see someone as beautiful as you are.
That is so lovely. Thank you. I am Avandra. I am the goddess of luck. And I believe you have met another god who has found himself in a similar situation to myself before now. You've walked the path of storms and met Cord.
Yes. I met Cord. No one seems to know who he is.
And you won't find anybody who knows who I am either.
How could anyone not know of your wonders?
Well, that is very kind and very sweet. There are others who possess or inhabit the domains of good fortune and luck. Be it the twins Esprit and Mapsy, the two-sided coins. Be it Zathog of the Whirling Vortices. Be it Polyra, who's the Rainbow Weaver, or Kilamankito, who is Chaos Incarnate.
Yes,
There
I'm
are-
very aware of those.
Many gods for many peoples. But we are new and unknown.
Your indie gods.
Yeah, sure.
No, I really love discovering new artists, and if I'm discovering new gods and goddesses, this is even better.
We're more new than we are indie.
Okay. I've missed this.
This is fantastic. If it is all right with you, I have very well, whether it is good news or not, I think you will receive it well. And a request. You can hear it in private if you would like. Would you like the sleeping members of your group to also join you here?
Oh, I'm really bad at keeping secrets and retaining information for no reason whatsoever. Maybe there's some higher being who's controlling my actions who has a specific neurological condition that makes it very hard for them to retain information. Let everyone else in!
Normal multidimensional stuff. And the rest of you, Suzie Coin, Dendro, and Ravenall, in your sleep, find yourselves becoming lucid and coming into this space of the Golden Glade. I do ask, there is a moment of agency here for Dendro. Do you appear... How do you appear here? This is your choice.
Oh no.
And this can be a consciously made choice as you come into lucidity in your dream.
Well, when Dendro dreams, as he does every day, like everyone else does,
The dog.
he's himself. But because his arm was only cut off like 3 days ago, he's in his dreams still. He's got his normal arms. So Dendro will appear with 2 normal arms instead of his Warforged arm.
Oh, I see. I thought you were hinting at some secret form you haven't told us about.
And he's 8 foot tall.
The biggest frog boy.
He's a big frog boy.
Big frog boy!
Big frog boy! Yes, how are your characters feeling as they appear in this Golden Glade alongside Piuwhgieawrg?
Friends!
Am I awake?
No!
No.
You are dreaming.
Oh, normally when I figure that out, I wake up.
No, don't leave. This is really lovely. You know, it's actually quite lonely, all these dreams, you know, with Caught the Thunderer. It was actually quite a very intimidating experience to do by myself. This time, I have everybody with me. It's so lovely.
Oh.
Yes, and I do actually have some explanations and answers about what exactly is happening.
Sorry, who are you?
Yes, hello. My name is Avandra. I am the goddess of luck and of good fortune.
Lovely to meet you, Suzie Coin.
Lovely to meet you, Suzie Coin. And It looks to the 8-foot-tall frog and the undead fairy.
If we're doing introductions, this weird dream. I'm Dendro.
Lovely to meet you, Dendro. And
Ravenel kind of just stands there looking, because like she's been told it's a dream, but she's like, did I just transport everybody by mistake somewhere else? So she's like, well, I'm Ravenel. And she's just gonna sit down, like just like in the grass. Just kind of looks.
This place is beautiful, by the way. It's like the grass is soft, perfect texture. This glade is just very, very lovely, like a slight dip centered around a pool with a lovely tree, golden petals that fall very gently into the water. You just hear the trickling of water and gentle sounds of wildlife. Navandra sort of says, so myself and a few of my fellows have been in a sort of limbo for a long time now. And we've been waiting for somebody to come along who would be able to stumble upon us without necessarily believing in us. Otherwise, we may have faded into nothingness had Piuwhgieawrg not dreamt their way to us. Somebody with a very strong connection to the dreaming indeed. So, thank you for that.
What would you call yourself and your other fellows? Like, just homies?
Just
Homies. None of us, or few of us,
You
cared to be in one another's company most of the time. But that was a time ago. And now we still have our separate domains, but hoped that by creating pathways between our domains, we would greaten the chances of being found. And so we are goddesses and gods.
Who's the goddesses and gods?
There are a few of us who were, the word is difficult, expelled, released, pushed outward from a world that gives birth to dreams.
May I roll a history check to see if I know of anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okie dokie. First roll back after a long
First roll back!
Making a good one.
Come on, babies. It's not! It's an 8 total.
An
Gosh, you mean to go on?
No, this is just not familiar.
Yeah. History goddess. Cool.
History goddess. So, in essence, we don't need anything except to be known to continue. And so, the hope that we have is that through these dreams, you will learn to know us and to just remember us. Perhaps we're not needed, but perhaps with time we can become of use again to the people of the waking world.
Do you need to be like needed, or is it like a if everybody forgets you die?
Sort of the latter.
Oh.
Does that mean this world of yours is gone?
gestures around her. This is but a dream. The world that we all come from continues to the best of our knowledge. We are just no longer there. But
What's the world called?
we come from a world called Sigalia. I doubt you will have heard of it. It is remote and in many ways cut off from the rest of the dreaming, the rest of these other worlds.
Yeah, no, never heard of that place. No,
Never ever.
never ever.
But I do not ask to be known. We do not call without offering in return. Piuwhgieawrg, for several weeks now, there has been a resonating in the dreaming, an echo which we've been listening for. And many others would probably not have, for they do not know from whence these echoes come. I have been hearing the echoing words of John.
I think Porky goes into zoomy mode and just runs. John, where is he? Do you know where the echoing's coming from? Can you do that thing of like cognitive dissonance? That's not the right word. What, do that thing where like you can locate something by the base of the echoes?
I do have a theory of where John might be, but I am afraid I do not know how you would make it there. What I have heard is this, and she goes to the pond, and at a touch of her hand, the water becomes totally still and flat, and you hear John's voice, and as you do, the water ripples as though the frequency of a sound wave, and you hear, I need to get back to Piuwhgieawrg. I need to get back to Piuwhgieawrg, and you just hear it repeated over and over again.
John!
And he doesn't sound in pain, but sounds almost angry. In distress in that way. Not like he's in trouble, but just insistent and frustrated.
Can we hear anything in the background?
I'm gonna need a perception roll from anybody who wants to
I'm gonna do it.
roll
We're
that.
listening. We're listening. In.
May I have advantage because he's my husband and I want to get...
I will say emotional investment gives you advantage on this roll.
16.
16.
Oh, low, so low.
So low.
Ah! I didn't need the advantage, but it's still good. Perception, yeah?
Yeah.
That's a 22.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. And how about Ravenall?
13.
13. I'm just gonna say Piuwhgieawrg. You listen as intently as you can. And very clearly it is John's voice that has resonated out. But with it in the background, there's almost, because you've been in and around a lot of technology recently, you hear sort of an arcanotech hum in the background, almost like arcane powered machinery or magics are ambient or nearby in the background.
I think a tear from Piuwhgieawrg like falls from his eye and falls into the pond. This is me flavouring it, and that's why the echoing has stopped.
Yes. And the pond goes still again.
No.
I'm sorry, this has been echoing for several weeks. I have not heard anything more. I wish I had.
He sounds like he's being kept in a prison.
I do not know.
I don't know if any of you heard, but there was this humming. Like this, like at the ship, like at that ship where they hold that Warforged. There was this humming.
Avandra raises some water from the pond and isolates the sound and plays it for the rest of you to hear. It's just sounds like arcanotechnology. The rest of you. Sorry, go
No,
for it.
you go ahead, please.
I only have one theory of where John might be. While I was still a part of the Pantheon of Sigalia, there was an event. My brother, Pelor, was captured on a foreign world, the first that Sigalia had encountered in many hundreds of years. We got him back, but they had very advanced technologies and incredible feats of magecraft, capable even of ensnaring gods. That world was called Vulpikar. Vulpecar.
Pullec. Can you say that again, please?
I'll put it in the chat.
Thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Evandra. That's really helpful.
Now, because context has been very limited, I don't know if this is a world that is known outside of Sigalia. I don't know very much about this galaxy.
What's the galaxy called?
Where you all find yourselves.
Ignaculus. I remember things.
Ignaculus. Indeed. I don't know if it will be simple or it's an extraordinary challenge to find Vulpikar. To the eyes of the Sigalians, it seemed as though Vulpikar was an isolated world.
May I roll with my knowledge, maybe, of a time in which things were a bit more connected to Vulpikar? Can I make a history roll, please?
You may make a history roll, yes.
May I? Or do you think it would only suit Suzie?
I'm afraid, just because she's so long-lived, the only person with the potential to know this.
Ooh!
That's fine.
May I?
No.
Oh. Then I'm just going to sit.
If I can't roll, you're a
Yeah.
baby.
If Piuwhgieawrg can't roll, sure. But Dendro could roll.
22.
22. Okay, on a 22. The name does ring a bell. All that you remember in this moment, on that very high roll, is you do remember this being one of the worlds owned by the Ismerans during their Empire phase. You have never visited, you don't know where it is, you've never seen it on a star chart before, but this was a world owned by the Ismerans at the height of their empire.
Okay, thank you.
No worries at all. I'm afraid that's all that I have. And I wish only the best of fortune to you in finding your husband. I do know that you will find some of what you seek on this world you approach. Here. A little luck for the road. All of you gain a luck point. Which you may use to re-roll any d20 that you roll until you have spent it until the end of the day.
Thank you.
Not at all.
I'm really getting the lightning and thunder and rain where I am right now.
Oh, yeah?
I was getting like a bit of a headache. I was like, oh man, I know it's coming. And then the lightning happened. I'm like, now
There-
it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as that charge goes.
Yeah.
The ghost of Porgy rages.
Yeah, insight check this god.
You may.
$18.
An 18 on this guy. What are you trying to...
Is she trying to get in our good books? Does she have ulterior motives? Is she gonna, I don't know, destroy whatever world we live on or end up on? She's just a little wary of gods.
Little wary of gods, which is more than fair. Can you also give me an Arcana check, please?
Woo! Thank you, I can.
Arcana or religion, whichever you prefer.
It doesn't matter. I think it'll be... I think weirdly, actually, it'll be religion. 18.
19 as well. This person is obviously incredibly supernatural. She seems to be what she says. And you are sort of aware that most religions, most gods that are worshipped, who do offer power to clerics and paladins, aren't like the Ismerans, that they don't really create incursions into the waking worlds. The Ismerans were singular in that respect. So the fear isn't that Avandra is going to become real or try to destroy things in the waking world, because that's probably not within her power to do, but whether she's messing with you in some way or manipulating you in some way. And everything seems to check out. She doesn't seem to be very powerful. And she doesn't seem to be lying to you about anything, is what I will say to you.
Thank you.
Is there anything anybody else would like to say to Avandra before the dream comes to its end?
Thank you.
My pleasure. When you dream again, you may come here again if you wish, or go down another path, or abandon them altogether. But for what you have already done, which I'm sure Cord just forgot when we told him what the idea was. Thank you. And I hope that you remember us. And with that, the dream ends and you all wake up after a long rest on board the Arrow.
Because I rolled last time to see if I remembered it, didn't I?
Yes, you rolled to see if you thought it was a dream. Not if you remembered it, because you do remember it, but if you remember it as a dream, or if you thought it was real or not, basically. Was.
Did you see that in my camera?
No.
I heard it as well. There's a flash.
You saw it, Kieran. There was a
Yeah.
huge lightning. It's like really loud. It's quite scary actually. Anyway, sorry. I can't wait to edit and see that again. No, I feel like Foggy would know it wasn't a dream.
Well, I think as of this time, yes, you know it was a dream, but you know it was real. Especially if the
Yes.
others also had the same dream, which y'all did.
Yeah, Suzie wakes up and she goes, "Any of the rest of you get that?"
I told you I wasn't making these people up.
I didn't think you were. Just checking.
I was tall.
Well done.
Not anymore.
You're tall at heart.
Thank you, Suzie. So what does that mean? Why did we?
Well, sometimes I've gone to sleep and I've woken up at a crossroads, like that really good film with Britney Spears.
No, I've not seen that one.
Who is that?
It's really good. It also has Zoe Saldana. She's really good in it. Why am I like this? And sometimes I can go down paths to meet certain gods, apparently. And this time I went down the path labelled luck.
That's cool. Tilly wasn't invited to the dream.
Oh, sorry. Are you not in the group chat?
I'm not. You guys said that you would invite me to, and I think you all just forgot to invite
I'm
me
not
to
an
the
admin.
group
I
chat.
don't have permission on this.
Hey, this wasn't my dream.
I think it's because it's all in Gatchin. Like it's all in Bullywug.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh, I just
You got the wrist pad that
yeah,
Dendro translated.
it's a
into
good
Bullywug.
callback. It's just
Thank
been a
you.
long time.
Was Ro also not invited to the dream?
I'll say that Ro and Atlas and Tilly were all in the dream. Actually, I was just remembering that Tilly was on
They
the
were
ship.
just T-posing in the background.
Yeah.
Their character hadn't loaded.
Yeah, they were like really blurry and
Yeah.
polygon.
Their
Well,
Wi-Fi
thanks.
connection is unstable.
When they come
Just a
back,
loading screen.
when they come back next week, all of their dialogue will be said really fast to catch up to the current point.
Oh, brilliant. Yes, so now you are all on board the ship, and the world green and blue, dark greens and of Ipia below you as you orbit around this planet. What would you guys like to do?
Breakfast.
Well, I can help you with that. First pastry roll, dudes.
Oh yeah.
Yay, better roll!
I've made for everyone a croquembouche.
Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo.
I don't know. I've forgotten what that is.
It's a whole bunch of.
It's a whole bunch of profiteroles, isn't it? With
I
loads of
think it's
caramelized
profiteroles.
onion.
Oh
And they're, like,
yeah,
stacked.
yes.
Oh wow.
Well, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like a load of profiteroles, and then there's a load of what's it? Oh, what is it called? Like the really stringy caramel.
Yeah.
The really stringy
It's
caramel.
the really stringy caramel.
Yeah.
Really stringy
Yeah.
can. Porky is a baker, but he's not very good at the technical names.
You know that
Especially if they're from another galaxy.
Everything's within the same galaxy so far. Just for the straightforwardness of the lore, I'm like, everything's in the same place. I'm sorry.
Okay, a different planet!
Yes. That is wonderful. You guys eat croquembouche until you are full.
So why did we come to this planet again, Suzie?
there's a number of reasons. First of all, we heard Menvolio was headed this way, and so we wanted to pass on that message from Hellebor to meet him in the Unfettered Lands. Second of all, we gotta see if the carnival's here, if the carnival's still here, or if enough of the people are to get Tilly back to Tilly's people.
Thank you. Yeah.
The other thing is there is a bounty out for someone who was last seen here, and I'm gonna pull that up and see it on my wrist pad.
Yes.
Yes.
B rank.
Thank you.
There you go.
Kaiko Tachibara.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's 14,000 gold pieces. It is for one of the oligarchs on Metazion, but
Don't they not like us?
no. So I was wondering if maybe we could just go find out if the oligarchs are looking for this person and don't like them. The
Maybe
enemy
have
of my
interest.
enemy is my friend.
Mm.
There's something specific I want to ask this person about too. That if they're a researcher, might have some info about some questions I have. So, I'd like to find this person at least to talk.
And you know that if this person was on Ipia, there's only one place that they would be able to safely land.
Yeah.
City of Wildfolk's Folly.
So,
Okay.
yeah. Here's the thing, though. We know that's the only place they'd be able to safely land, because it's really the only place you can land. But it's the only place you can land because there's a port there, and at ports they check your ID and stuff.
I don't have one of those.
Pardon?
I don't have an ID.
Like your ship's ID, like you gotta be
Ah.
registered with the serfs, which we are not. So we're
They most
Fly
likely
into
wouldn't.
an ocean again.
I know another place we might be able to stop into, but I think the DM has a thing that he wants to say, maybe, and maybe it'll render my point moot.
Okay.
Yes, with all legality, you should be registered with the SRF, with the serfs. In order to put in at official ports of call within the Yanaran Assembly. There are one of two things that will happen if you try to land in Wildfolk's Folly without registration. Either they will refuse to let you land, or they will let you land and then put a clamp on your ship and
Okay.
you don't get to leave until you've registered.
And registration takes months.
It takes a long time to get that worked out. The other thing that you can try to do is land your ship near to Wildfolk's Folly and then head there on foot.
How close is the empty barrow?
The empty barrow is right across the river.
Thank you. think in that case I'll say the thing about Ipia is obviously very, very nature based. So it doesn't always take kindly to sort of incursions from gestures to all the technology and stuff around her. So you usually have to sort of pay tribute. And there's this place nearby, the Empty Barrow. It might be a good place to go. It used to be associated with someone who had a thing about like shelter, temporary shelter. And she's kind of, her eyes darted to Rose Spade. Yeah, so I was thinking of maybe going there to see if we could land and then walk on over. I have a pretty good relationship going with the planet itself. But it's best not to take chances.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, hang on. There we go. With his hooves.
Okay.
Fantastic. Yeah. You go to land in the Empty Barrow.
Yeah. I go to sort of hover above it so I can drop down on like a rope ladder or something.
Fantastic. Yes. So you come and you see the city of Wildfolk's Folly from above. It seems to be a mixture of sort of classic stone medieval architecture and higher tech stuff. And actually, you've got your cameras from the ships. Whoever is on cameras, give me a perception check. You'd be so kind.
Who is on camera?
I
Is
forget.
it Ravenhall?
No, I was in the engine room.
Yes.
I am on comms normally.
Comms might be what. Yeah. Why don't Piuwhgieawrg give a perception check?
Yay! It's a 16.
16.
Oh wait, is it with my? It's the ship's modifier, isn't it? Not mine.
Yes. Right. Let's do.
Hang on, sorry.
Let's do that.
I rolled a 13.
Oh, I'm on sensors.
You're on sensors.
Yeah, because it's one of the ones that doesn't have anyone.
Gotcha. In that case, let's do it that way. Let's do Suzie.
But Piuwhgieawrg can do it this time.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to be like,
Plus-
I take this roll away. I just went, oops, that's me.
Oh, that's me.
It's
I rolled a 13. I'm trying to very quickly find what the modifier is.
I believe it's +1.
Okay, so it's a 14. I had a feeling it was +1, but I wasn't sure.
It's all good. On a 14, the ship picks up that the city has some pretty heavy duty shield generators lining the walls, but not more than that. They seem to have some very, very heavy duty defenses on the city. And yes, you go and you hover, you pass over the Mormon spaceport and hover across the river above this expanse of what seems to be just kind of wet, silty mud and dirt. Seems quite flat. And you're going to drop down, Suzie?
I am, yeah. I want to make my offering before any of the others touch ground.
Cool.
And get a sense of if they'll need to make offerings or if my offerings will cover us all or what.
Absolutely. And so, yes, you touch the ground. Interestingly, there doesn't seem to be a lot of green here. The empty barrow itself, yeah, almost like, yeah, nothing felt like growing back here, and nothing has for a very, very long time. But you know the spirit. You've been on this world before, and just because there is not the apparent presence does not mean that Ipia does not sense you and know you are here.
I'm gonna go wade into the river a little bit. And knowing that the river will go where the river will go, and it will eventually reach anywhere that, like, anywhere that anything's living. Things need water to live. I know any offering I give to the water, whether it's soaked up in the under the ground here, or if it needs to go somewhere with a bit more of the life and death cycle happening, it will get to that. It will get to Piuwhgieawrg. So I'm gonna go in and take my hunting knife and give a little blood offering into the river, and I'm gonna cut my hand under like my palm under the river, and just hold it down there and let the blood flow for a little bit.
Mm.
And I'm gonna say, I'm still recovering from my recent death, so I don't know if you can feel any of that in there.
Your blood flows down the river, and you see that little streak of red dissipates, but not as far as it should, into the water as it goes downstream, and seems to wash onto the shore with a little bit of silt, a little bit of earth from the riverbed, which then seems to shape, and you see this bent form made of dripping wet silt and sand of a veiled woman. It seems to be almost a form in mourning. And though you see no visage, the form faces you and opens one hand. The only thing you notice about the hand is that the fingers are perhaps a little bit too long. And you see the blood from your hands has continued along the river and up through this form and up this hand, and forms just a little thorny flower. Takes it, puts it in the ground, gives you a deep bow.
I bow back.
Seems almost to regard the ship. And then shakes its head and disappears back into the river. And this blood flower that was in the sand just sinks down and is gone.
Thank you. I'll get out of the water, sort of shake my feet to dry off the droplets before I get my shoes back on, and then I'll climb back up and say, the planet is all right with us touching down here.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
The planet is cool with it. Yeah.
Yeah. And she this is one of those situations where Suzie doesn't realize the weirdness. And it's, you remember, oh, yeah, no, she's like old as fuck and like has lived a weird life. Cause she's like, yeah, you gotta check in with the Ipia from before you come down.
With the what?
Pardon?
Just roll with it, Dendro.
Are there more planets like this? You're gonna do this everywhere?
Uh,
Bloods, flowers, and people?
no. I mean, that's not what I always do, but that's sort of the easiest way with this planet. I gave a
Easiest.
Yeah, I gave a really big offering once, but that took quite a bit of time, but it set me on good terms. I like this planet, it gets me.
Do we want to know what that is? The big offering.
I'll leave you to wonder. You can ask if you want, but... And then she turns around, she goes to land the ship. She wants to find a place with a little bit of coverage, if she can.
This side of the river is a bit tricky. The eastern side is probably better for cover.
Do I think I can do that? Or have I been told it's okay in this area?
Just roll me a very low DC insight check.
Very low roll. 10.
10. Even on a 10, to the best of your knowledge, you have spoken to the great spirit of the earth, the planet itself. Does not seem to matter where you set down.
Okay. Then I will take us somewhere on the eastern side to get a bit more cover. And as I'm going, I'll say, I think it would be worth revisiting the riverbank at some point. But maybe not today. Looking and seeing that Rose seems a little out of it right now.
Yes.
Uh,
That shovel gleams.
Cool. Alrighty. And I will land the ship.
And you land the ship. There's a ship-sized glade, not far from the city. And you manage to get some cover. In fact, you see that some of the trees just seem to make themselves comfortable around your ship, sort of keeping it slightly more hidden than it otherwise would be.
Thank you. Alrighty.
And you are good to go.
You folks want to head into Wildfolk's Folly with me?
Always.
They're more. Yeah, sure.
I didn't get the planet seemed pleased. I'm assuming I didn't get the impression that these guys would have to make an offering too.
On a 10, it's not necessarily clear to you, but you're probably all right, based on like your own experiences.
Yeah.
Like again, that big one put you in
I got
pretty good.
credit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, are any of us wanted right now? I
Not to
don't
the best
think
of my
so.
knowledge.
I think we're covered. I know we're covered under our bounty hunters membership. I'm just trying to remember if anyone. I'm just checking if any of y'all have been big.
Oh,
Criminals?
what about when we stole that ship?
We didn't steal a ship. This ship is my ship.
Well, yes, but in the eyes of the law...
But we killed him, remember?
No.
Adelar was the one who would have ratted you out about that. And
Yeah.
Oh yes,
he's
and that has
dead.
no repercussions whatsoever.
No. Speaking of which, I just remembered how I said before the session today I was gonna check to see
I thought you
on
forgot.
the ship. He's making a note of something. He's writing something down.
Oh no.
Can I go check before we leave, now that we've mentioned our crimes? Some malware was put on our system, and the Slipwreck Mining Group said they took it off, but I want to actually check if it's taken off.
Fantastic.
Do let me know if there are any hot builders in our area.
I'll take a look. Thank you.
So you are going to, whomever, if somebody wants to give the help action, if somebody's very good at investigation, they're more than welcome to do this. This is going to be just your investigation to interact with the ship systems to see if you can detect any
I can
malware.
help with your role if you'd like advantage.
I would love that. Is there anyone who's really good at investigation?
I've got a +2 modifier.
Same.
I have
+3.
+4.
Oh,
Oh,
Wow.
well,
Well dang!
All right.
I think seeing how Ravenall's been interfacing with the ship.
Interfacing.
interfacing.
That's one way of saying it.
Ravenall,
The ship's
He's
technician.
really getting them all up in the ship's very intimate spaces.
All up in there.
All up in there.
All up in there.
Ravenall, if you want to take a look, I can, because you're good with the sort of technical stuff on it, I can give you pointers based on, like, my knowledge of the ship.
Yeah, let's go for that. I think I can do it.
So, giving you the help action.
So that is with advantage investigation.
Thank you. 23.
Amazing. Oh, and just to note that you all do have that luck point for down the road. You don't need it now. 23 is great.
Oh.
On a 23, you see the work that the Slipwreck Mining Group people did. They definitely tried to purge the system of malware and thought they were successful.
Oh no.
Deep in the code of the ship, that piece of malware does still exist. It has hidden itself very well and entrenched itself in several key systems of the ship, making it an incredibly difficult task to try to get it permanently out. It's also currently dormant. It's not actively doing anything.
Okay.
So what I will say is that it would be an insanely difficult thing to try to do, or it would take a lot of time to get this malware out. But the other thing that you are able to find is that the Slipwreck Mining Group people didn't just scrub malware from this ship. They put their own into this ship.
Oh, bastards.
Everything that your sensors are bringing in, all data and records that your ship is making, are being recorded and put onto a separate file, ready to be re-uploaded to any server upon connection to a Slipwreck Mining Group server system, and are connected to several cameras and bugs that have been wired throughout the ship.
Okay.
Shit.
Well, maybe before we head out,
So
should we
find
see?
some electrical tape and then start looking for these cameras. Just put little bits over the cameras.
Yeah.
Does my nat 20 from my investigation from the Rayara one-shot carry over to finding cameras from this one?
That is, listen, I can't knock the hustle, but wow.
Sorry, I was just remembering time when I found secret devices from a completely different campaign, and I thought maybe transcendentally my soul from Rebecca Sonora would transfer Porgy. I am being completely ironic. I want you to know that I'm not being genuine.
No, that was brilliant. Thank you so much. That's the best ask that I've ever heard. Can a character from a different part of this world from ages ago,
from a different character,
yeah, and
Carrie?
that's what they got in a different situation. Use that for this. Wonderful. No.
Anyway. Oh shit. Anyway, investigation. Am I rolling for anything?
Well, as you Ravenall, you find this out. I assume you relay it to everybody else.
No, I'm keeping it secret.
You hear distant horns sound and sirens blare coming from the west, from the direction of the city.
Silent Hill.
Why don't we, because we're not connected to any servers right now, so we can't upload anything right now. I'm going to put the ship on airplane mode. And
very technical comms term.
Yeah. Airplanes also don't exist.
Isn't the ship always in airplane mode?
Hey, Alex Siri, put the ship on airplane mode.
Turn off the ship.
We don't have Alexirion. It's too old a model.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
Your Navcom is pretty update, but it's not connected to an Alex series. So.
Yeah.
Ding. Hey, ding.
So,
is it Bluegle? Okay, Bluegle.
Hey, Bluegle.
Navcom Mark.
4, I think.
Well, it was just Tilly, and then we say it out loud, and then it just gets done.
Okay, Tilly.
Navcom Mark 6.
Oh, apologize. Did you want me to do something?
I mean, I think, do you mind, because I want to find out what the fuck's happening, but you should stay here with the ship where it's safe.
Okay.
Do you mind if you happen to see any, like, microphones or cameras? I think at some point, the best thing we can do is disable the malware, but we can't really do that now. We don't have the time. But if you, just in the meantime, so that it's not capturing more stuff, that would be great.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm very, yes, this is good. Scuttles away.
Mike in our Twitch chat has said, I give anyone bardic inspiration. So...
Says the paladin?
Yes! Got a bit, Josh.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Mwah. Yeah, we'll say that Mike can give the help action to someone for something
Whenever we like.
Future. Yeah. But yes, you hear those sirens blare. Tilly is gonna stay with the ship. What you guys gonna do?
Do you find the cameras?
I just want to check to see that the city's not being assaulted.
It doesn't normally do that? It's not a normal thing? No.
There's no... Oh,
Okay.
yeah, because normally a wee-woo is completely a normal sound, Dendro.
Well, sometimes places test alarms and make the wee-woos.
Like, yeah,
Oh, yes, I recognise when I've been in my dressing gown at 3 o'clock in the morning when it's just been a test alarm. Just standing outside.
Communication blinks.
Okay, if I pick up, does that mean I haven't turned on airplane mode?
Oh, shoot. No, you told Alexa to turn on airplane mode.
I did.
I
have my wrist pad. Is that connected to the systems that...
No, if you put the plane... No, you're right. You turned the plane off. No communications.
Yeah.
Apologies. Oh.
Oh.
I can't hear you, Carrie?
I didn't say anything.
Oh.
I just said good.
Oh, I didn't.
I wasn't dropping some lore. It's fine. I wasn't also asking for a natural 20. It's fine.
No, the face I was making was not because I thought we couldn't hear Carrie. It was because I know that there would have been it's my meta knowledge.
Gotcha.
Nyah.
Gotcha.
Dendro's going to leave the ship.
Yeah, me too.
And before he steps off of like the ramp,
Mhm.
he's going to like just stare at the ground, make sure nothing's going to come out and give him flowers or demand his blood.
Nothing seems to happen.
Cool. I'm going to step onto the ground and pat it and say hello.
You immediately need to take a minute. I'm kidding.
That's so sweet.
You pat the ground and say hello. Okay. You feel a deep sense of being seen, measured, understood, and welcomed.
That's a nice feeling.
The ground checks you out.
The ground checks me out and says, "You're all right." Right, what are we waiting for, guys?
Yeah, what do we do?
Yeah. I'm good to head to the city as long as the rest of you guys are.
Lead the way.
You guys make your way to Wildfolk's Folly, and I will send you an album.
Awooga!
Awooga! And so this is going into the Facebook group chat,
Mm-hmm.
and I will set this up.
As we go, one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just grab a leaf or something that's like kind of a big leaf that I can wrap around my hand so that like it's kind of staunching the blood flow.
Mm-hmm.
And once it's sort of done that, I will just, because I don't want to leave a trail of my blood, but I'd like
Sure.
to. I'm still bleeding. I might as well give a bit of it back. I'll once that's done, I will drop that so it can just be taken back up by the earth.
Incredible. Yes. As you get closer to the city, you see there are more and more twisting vines. A sort of like dead and gnarled and almost angry looking forestry the further you go. And the bandage that you drop catches on a thorny vine and just seems to snake back into the foliage. You all get a sense that that you are watched. You all get the sense that this place is full of eyes and not necessarily malevolence, and specifically not towards you, but that there is a presence or presences all around you.
Oh, lovely.
And you make your way to the city. In front of you, you see these partially technological, partially sort of stone brick walls. You see that fires have been lit outside of the walls, and wooden palisades, sort of mangled and already broken, have been set up. And along the walls themselves, those shield generators boom. They absolutely whir with power. And the exterior of the city is fully shielded. You guys, I'll just put you on this here map, shall I? You guys make it to.
I kept on like staring at that map, being, where are we?
Put you guys right about there. You guys can spread yourselves out if you like, but you're around that close to the city before the heat of the fire is on you.
I don't have.
Can I just,
No.
looking at all of this in front of us,
Yes.
question, is the city like set up in a way to keep the planet out?
I don't even think. Ooh, I apologize. That you're just seeing my notes right there. Huh.
Guys, read them now. What's today?
Quick.
I'm just going to adjust that so that that is not what's happening. Because you just said it straight out. Yes, that's exactly what it looks like. It looks incredibly adversarial towards the rest of the world.
May I ask,
Mhm.
do I get a sense that the planet recognizes me? Because I died here.
Do you get the sense that the planet recognizes you?
Imagine
Yeah,
they don't
go
remember
ahead.
you. Be
Go,
like,
go
"Oh."
ahead and give me an insight or a nature check.
Be like, oh yeah, I totally remember you from. It was that Christmas birthday party. Yeah.
It was the birthday party.
Mhm.
You know, when that Wildfolk just came in, killed? Yeah.
Yeah, it was really awkward, wasn't it?
Oh, and that is the first natural one.
No.
Oh.
First
Oh.
natural one.
You have a luck point if you want to use it,
You do have a luck point if you would like to use it.
but you don't have to.
Save it for emergencies.
Yeah, I'll save it for emergencies.
Yeah.
I can live without that knowledge.
You just don't have a sense of whether the planet feels that way or not.
Fair enough.
And so I'll just put this here.
Does it, like, because I know that the city needs to put up some defenses in order to, like, keep being a person-made structure.
Yes.
It does need some defenses to exist. But is this looking like much more adversarial than I'm used to?
Oh yes.
Okay.
This is many degrees
Yeah.
sort of more contrasted than
Yeah.
the last time you were here.
Yeah.
And yes, you see that there are several figures on the walls. There are archers, there are people with guns, and there seems to be a sort of captain amongst them. And this is a Vespin woman, an insectoid humanoid with a face sort of like a wasp's face, otherwise dressed in sort of we considered like half plate, and wearing sort of the livery of what you know as the Wild Guard here in Wildfolk's Folly. What are you doing out there?
Trying to get in there.
Why didn't you come? Who are you?
Who are you?
My name is Piuwhgieawrg.
Thank
That's
you.
the really lovely name.
Thank you very much. I'm the Wild Guard captain of the East Gate.
Yes, girl power.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm afraid we are in a state of incredible alarm. Another attack is imminent. You need to leave now. You need to escape.
Is it throwdown time?
Sorry.
Is it throwdown time?
It's very much throwdown time, yes.
We can help you if you want.
I
Wait. Suzie,
Yeah.
you're the planet whisperer. Are we going to be attacked by the planet? Should we be fighting the planet? Did we just make friends with?
We shouldn't be fighting the planet until I would need a big indication. Could be Kiblini. What's attacking?
that's one of the reasons I can't let you in, is that it can be anything. Usually,
Not us.
Yeah, we're
but
just
it could be
vibing.
though. But it could
Yeah,
be
but
though.
I told you it's not.
That's fair, Kablini, but you could, even if we were the ones attacking, it would therefore not hurt you to tell us, because we're either on your side and can help, or we're not and we already know.
And you hear from behind you this incredible like rustling of the forest, the cracking of branches, and appearing sort of behind you along the path that you just were on is what appears to be a sapient mound of writhing plants. A main body almost trunk-like, but covered in moss and vines that vaguely form 2 legs and 2 arms, and it has gulped up jagged rocks, each the size of a forearm, that form the teeth of a lower jaw in what appears to be sort of a mouth. And you see in the vines, there seems to crackle some kind of dark energy. So this thing moves very quickly towards the city, and the trees come alive. I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative! Bra bra!
Okay. I have 0 initiative. And I rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3.
Wow.
Got it. Roll a 3.
Oh, look at everyone rolling well, and there's people rolling.
We were just so shocked.
You got.
When I had a spell, like, I thought, oh, I want to use it now. I want
You
a
had a
reaction. No, I can't.
A reaction
Fireball.
spell?
No, I wondered if I could. Actually, this is a genuine question.
Yeah.
A spell can be a bonus action,
Mhm.
can I use sorcery points to make that a reaction?
No.
Oh,
Cool ask, but I'd need to investigate that.
that is okay.
So for now, I'm going to just say no. We can have a look at that in a minute.
That is all right.
We've got Piuwhgieawrg, burning up career. We've got these. Wonderful. Oh no, my pen's running out.
No,
1 second.
that's not good.
Uno momento. So, your vision is kind of cut off, but down the ways, these walls go for a long way, and you can see that the woods seem to be coming alive and attacking. These all seem to be sort of variations on plant creatures who are coming. They don't seem to be friendly. I will give you that for free. But what you do is up to you. And we're going to start with Ravenall.
How far away is that?
Is this money?
70 feet from you.
I think just standing there and shocked. Be like, plants.
Wow.
Oh, wow. So what, 35? I am going to fly
Mm-hmm.
20 foot into the air.
Great.
What's the distance on a short bow? I should have written that down. Not very far, I don't think.
Don't have it to
I
hand.
want to say 30, 80, but I don't know.
I'm quickly looking it up.
It is 80, 320.
Oh,
For a short bow?
fantastic.
For a short
Oh,
bow.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because longbow is 600 long range.
Right, of course it
Ah,
is.
thank you.
I'm going to equip my short bow.
Yep.
I'm going to try and shoot it.
Go for it. Shoot at the guy.
Shoot it.
Like he would on Spiky Wood Action.
Hell yeah.
Don't go to that website.
Using its dead ancestor to shoot it with.
Damn.
Damn. That is... I don't get a bonus. That's a 17 to hit.
A 17 absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yay, 1d6. 4.
Or did you add your anything?
I don't add anything.
You should. Unless you have no dexterity.
I is rogue. Yes, I is a rogue.
You should be adding your dex plus your proficiency to hit.
God
and then
damn.
your dex to your
Yeah.
bonus to your attack. I mean to your damage.
The damage.
Damn it. All the words.
Okay, so I won't re-roll to hit, but the damage would be 4 plus 4. And do I add my proficiency? Sorry, my brain is like dead.
It's all good. Not to damage. So this will be 8 damage in total.
Yeah. Let me write that down. Plus.
Wonderful. And with that, I think we're going to call a quick bio break and then come back to do combat proper. And we are back, ready to continue with our combat. Ravenall, you get out your short bow and shoot. I assume you shoot at the shambler, this shambling
Yes.
mound. Your arrow hits into it, and you see where it does. It sort of rips open some of these vines, and there's like a crackling of dark electricity that seems to escape out of it. Indeed, and it sort of roars. This strange, non-vocal chord howl comes out of this plant monster. I'm so sorry. Is that the end of your turn? Your shot with the bow?
As it howls a little bit, I'm going to move an extra 5 feet up in the air. So like 25 foot. I'm like, oh, no.
Yep, you are flying above your friends and above this thing. This thing is tall. It's like a good 12 feet tall. So you're glad of the extra distance in the air for sure.
Yep. And that
fan-
is me done.
Fantastic. Then it is Susie's turn.
Alrighty. I cannot get within the range of my pistol during this round, but first I want to ask, that sort of dark electricity,
Yeah.
does that look like stuff I've seen before on this planet, or is that some new fucked up shit?
That I will just be clear for the sake of Suzie. This is definitely some fey magic stuff that is at play here. You're not quite clear why it looks this way, but magic can sort of manifest in all kinds of ways here. So no, you wouldn't have seen this before, but magic is manifested according to who is casting and according to theme. So somebody has made their magic look this way, the animating magic in this shambler.
Okay. Okay. I guess what I'm wondering is, does this look like normal planet stuff, or is this like there's a person out there doing this?
Ooh! Roll me Arcana, or... Well, you tell me what you roll, but how it relates to how you're trying to figure this out. You can figure this out magically with Arcana, or Nature. You can try to see if you spot a caster with Perception or Investigation.
Could I can I roll history? Thinking through my long history with the planet.
Yes, and like just to see if this is something that you'll have seen.
Can I insight check the planet?
You can insight check the planet. Yeah, go for it.
Let's insight check the planet. Oh! Bit. Dirty 20.
Fantastic.
Dirty 20.
Dirty.
On a dirty 20, I'm going to remind you of a piece of knowledge which you would have. The planet is neutral.
Yeah.
The planet doesn't care as long as tribute is paid. There are other forces that have extraordinary power and have territorial power.
Yeah.
The Great Spirits and the Archfey below them.
Yeah. Alright. Thank you kindly.
Not at all.
In that case, I'm going to... I'm going to move up my movement. So I'm going to move up 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm still not within range of my pistol, but I'm going to pull out my longbow that I have over my back. And I'm going to shoot the Shambler.
Go for it.
Alrighty. Landed outside, but...
Go
can I
for it.
use
Yeah.
So, 27 to hit?
27, 100% hits.
Alright, thank you. And 11 points of piercing damage. And I'm gonna use my second attack.
Ooh.
Go for
Shoot
it.
it again. 23.
Go for it.
10.
Incredible. Yeah. You shoot into this thing.
I also have a question.
Yeah.
Not to my... Just how much damage did I take from my offering?
I'm going to make this a voluntary thing. How many hit points do you donate as your offering this time? And it can be one.
Half.
Nah, she... I think it would have been like 10.
Then take 10 off.
Would this would have continued?
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to be honest with my...
Yeah.
I was like, we're going into combat, but I am down X number of hit points. But I did decent damage, and then my turn is done.
At the end of your turn, the Shambler, a great deal of energy has been shunted from this being, but it does not dissipate. It moves out into the trees and will awaken a new combatant to join the fight, because it has taken 21 damage in this turn. It's just going to be another blight, and it will manifest that blight back here. With blight number 3.
Tag team? It's not fair. Tag team?
Yes, and you see more of these shapes are starting to take form in the tree line. After Suzie, it is actually the guards on the walls. They are taking ambient shots and volleys. You see that Piuwhgieawrg summons a swarm of insects.
Hot.
Thanks, babes.
And they are clearing out the other creatures. So basically, the ones in front of you are the ones that you need to deal with. The others that are assaulting. The entire city is being assaulted at the same time, and they are dealing with that. Following Susie's turn, it is the Blight's turn. These guys. We've got Blight number 1. This guy is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 1, 2, 3, 15, 20, 25, 30. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Blight number 1 is going to go ahead and make a constricting attack against Owen. Not Owen, Suzie. Different character. Oh my god.
Temporal space and time.
That's a 23 to hit.
Oh, that'll a hit.
My god. Interesting. That's gonna be 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And
Ow.
you are grappled and considered restrained.
Ew, no,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
That's
I can't remember what it does, but I know it's bad. No movement?
no movement.
No movement.
Yeah. That's bad stuff. Blight number 2 is going to take an attack on Dendro. My god, that's a 22 to hit.
Ah!
I don't know what I did, and I apologize to you all, to make my dice be rolling this well. That's going to be 13 points of bludgeoning damage
Dang!
to Dendro.
Are you dead?
Porgy's gonna die.
Holy hell. You are, and you are also grappled and restrained.
Don't need it. It's fine.
Don't need that. And then the last one is going to throw needles at Ravenall. Oh no, not within range. Fully not within range. And not within range of Piuwhgieawrg either.
Yes!
Oh no, wait.
Bastard!
You know what? Which means it's going to be long range with disadvantage. So it's going to be Ravenall with disadvantage.
Rather you than me.
That's a 10. That's not gonna get anywhere near you. And that is the end of the Blight's turns. Holy hell. Dendro, that is your turn. I'm just gonna quickly look up the restrained condition.
I think it just means you can still make attacks. You just can't move.
I believe
Or is
that's
that
right.
grapple?
Restrained. You can make attacks, but they have disadvantage. You can also use, I will say, one of your attacks to attempt to break the grapple, which is an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Okay. I have a question for you, Josh.
Yes.
These blights, are they constructs?
They are also plants. They are sort of like humanoid plants that seem to be almost like basket woven vines with a sort of the impression mannequin-like of faces.
Oh my god, that's so cottagecore.
Yeah.
Yes, queen.
Can we make a TikTok right now?
They have vines and thorns in their hands. They're very scary.
Oh my
Oh my god. Scary cottagecore lesbian. We're so here for that.
Some
We
like beautiful
totally-
hedge witch type.
That's what the
vibe.
blights sound like now.
Okay.
Cannon.
Yes!
Oh my gosh, I love your hair. What are you doing with it? Here, let me. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm getting all tangled up in there.
It's okay. It's okay. It's like, you know, what's she been up to?
What
For,
is? Yes.
for the purpose of attacks, would they
Yes.
count as objects rather than people?
I'm afraid not.
Darn it. I just have to
Yes.
get the criticals the old way. I'm going to attack the one that's holding.
Go ahead. Disadvantage.
Right, so that's 15 and an 11. So 11 plus 6, 17.
17 will do it. Absolutely.
Nice. That is 4. 7 plus 4. 11 points of bludgeoning damage and 1 point poison.
Absolutely brutal. These things are the weenies of the fight. How would you like to destroy this thing?
Just like if there's any sort of main part of the body that this magical energy is flowing from, just put a punch through it.
Absolutely. You punch the magical core out of this thing, and you see that the magic that animates these vines no longer flows through them, and they sort of just like tumble back.
Yeah, I just apologize to the planet and help the vines. Just put them on the floor. Just sorry about that. Came on to me.
It was self-defense.
Yeah, it was self-defense.
Absolutely.
And then I would like to move over to the Blight holding Suzie.
Absolutely.
And then bonus action, punch that one as well.
At level 5, don't you have extra attack?
I do have extra attack, yeah.
So you can, so you have another attack even with the same action.
I will just use my normal attack for that then.
Yeah, go for it. This is not a disadvantage.
15, 21.
That hits.
For 9 bludgeoning and 1 poison.
The 10 points of damage, still up.
Then now I will bonus attack and finish it off. Try to.
Absolutely.
That'll be 25.
You defeat this thing. You can't not. Same kind of deal?
Yeah, that's another 7 bludgeoning and 1 poison.
Brutal. How do you do this? How does Dendro destroy this thing?
Same shtick. I'm being respectful to the planet, so just a quick severance of that magical connection, and then
Efficient.
Move the vines into the trees. I don't know where the vines come from.
Fantastic. Now it's going to be Zashambala's turn. The Shambler is going to... Yes, I knew I needed to bring this out for something. Give me 1 sec just to look up a thing. Because this is not any Shambler. Of course not. Why would I put an ordinary statted out monster in a fight with you guys in a Fey world? No.
Can I use, just quickly, can I use the rest of my movement after that second attack?
Of course, yes, go for it.
Then because that was like 15 feet, so I'm going to move 25.
Mm-hmm.
You have 40-foot movement.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, monks.
Monks?
Oh yeah,
Monks, man.
Monks, man.
I was thinking more of the frog aspect, and I was like, frogs leap far.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who spent a lot of time trying to catch frogs as a child, they do. They're fast.
They leap, man. They leap.
Leap?
Why were you catching frogs? I'm now slightly concerned.
Because
No,
it
people-
was fun to see if you you would just catch them gently in your hands and you'd be like, I
Okay.
found a little frog. I had a cottage. My
that's
family has a cottage, so there were lots of little frogs that we would.
Oh my god, you're the
Gently.
epitome of cottagecore.
Yeah.
God.
I hope that it didn't do anything bad to them, us catching it, but we didn't. No one ever told us it did.
And that
It's
means it's fine.
Yeah.
If no one tells you you shouldn't commit murder, then it's okay to commit murder.
It's just me realizing now, it's like, well, did I do something to them with my hands? But they always seemed fine. And no
I
one...
feel like,
The adults never said that you're killing them. So...
Yeah.
well, frogs aren't that polite. I feel like if they didn't like it, they
Frogs
would have
aren't that
left.
polite.
Yeah. Sorry, Dendro.
They're not though, are they? They're not like humans that are like, oh, I don't like this. I'll stick it out because I don't want to be rude.
Frogs everywhere, flipping people off as they go past.
That's what Dendro would do, to be fair.
Disrespect your surroundings.
I wouldn't be surprised if Dendro would do that though.
Okay, you know.
Dendro has spent the whole campaign thus far flipping everything
Metaphorically flipping people.
off. No, literally. That's how he punches. It's weird.
When they turn around, it's just one of them.
Like, oh, I know. God, I know you're beating me up and everything, but you don't need to like flip me off, man. It's really rude.
Literally adding insult to injury here.
Okay. The shambling mound moves 30 feet forward. Enormous mouth seems to angle towards the ground and seems to draw power upward through what goes for its roots. And you see a building of this dark energy in what would be its neck. And it releases as a bonus action
No.
Oh no.
an arcing lightning bolt.
No.
That shoots dark electricity down and then up, and it smashes into the shields that guard the city. And manages to get, because it is going upward like this, it's going to get Dendro, Piuwhgieawrg, and Ravenall, who all need to make a dexterity saving throw, if you would be so kind.
Is it
I am proficient.
It's not a missile, is it, Josh?
It is not a missile, it is a spell.
Do you know why I wrote a +2 on my saving throw section?
Yes, I do, because you have the 2 rings of protection, I believe.
I do. So I can add that to my saving throw.
Yes, you do.
Lovely.
Is it Dex saving throw?
It is a dex saving throw.
I rolled a 16.
16
No,
passes.
wait. I rolled a 16 and then +2. That's an 18.
That still passes.
It still passes.
Passes better.
Fantastic.
Damn, Dendro.
25?
I have a +8.
Whoa!
Jeez.
Bad, I haven't
got
checked it.
I
Sorry.
got a 23.
Ooh!
You
Oh.
Passes from
Wow.
everyone!
Dexy baby.
This is amazing.
I've got a 0 modifier for dexterity. I'm just #blessed.
It's your lucky day.
Wow.
25 lightning damage halved to 12 for
For each
all
of
3
us.
of you. Yes.
How are y'all doing?
I'm now over my... That went over half my health.
Holy moly.
I've only got 22 hit points, man.
Yeah, this is bad times.
Why are you holding that many d6s?
That was for the thing I just did.
That was a lot.
It was 8
Wait,
d6s of damage.
Doesn't that mean I have to take a big injury or something?
So, for those at home, our massive damage house sort of ruling that we were doing has been moved to optional / player controlled. So, if that is something that you would like to engage with, if you, upon taking massive damage, would like that to impact your character either in an aesthetic or in a mechanical sense, you are more than welcome to do that and to tell me what the effects of that are. You are in control of that. If you would rather not and just play by D&D rules where you will heal and you'll be fine, then we will do that instead.
How will it have hit me?
It will have been a lightning, an arcing lance of lightning, or beam of lightning rather, that will have come up across your body like this.
I would like a lash of electrical burns on his back.
Yeah, absolutely. It sort of singes your goat fur and leaves red scarring marks up your back.
Nasty.
And then, as its main action, it is going to attack Dendro.
He is baby, though.
Dendro is baby, and this is a bad roll.
Good.
So that is only a 10 to hit.
Yeah, you whipped it.
And you see this thing, like, reaches for you, you're able to dodge out of the way, grabs some of the ground, and then just, like, shoves it into the hole where it sort of, like, maw is.
He's hungry.
And that is going to be the Shambling Mound's turn. And last but not least, we have Piuwhgieawrg in the initiative.
Can I first... May I make a kind of check to see how intelligent it might be?
Go for it, yes.
What kind of check would that be?
Insight check will do just fine.
That was cucked, right? That's a nat 1. No
Man,
idea.
it got 3 of you in a row.
I was just really thrown off. I was like, oh, damn. Ow. I actually thought instead of a cry in pain, you know that viral go video was like, woo!
Yes!
I think I made that noise.
Screaming out.
I will do it anyway. The Shambler needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
All right, here we go. Okay, just so you're aware,
Okay.
that was an 8 on the die, -3 for 5.
Well, man, you take 3d6 psychic damage.
Nice.
So, and you can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn.
Oh, that's important.
That's a
Ooh,
1.
very nice.
That's a. So you take 10 points of psychic damage.
10 points of psychic damage ain't bad.
Moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. It gets only one of the 3.
Oh.
What's
Tasha's Mind Whip, baby!
Tasha's Mind Whip.
Yes.
This is a good spell.
Yes, Queen! We
Sexy
love
spell.
Tasha. We stand.
Please
do.
describe to me how this magic manifests itself as you shoot it at this oncoming monster.
Okay. I think what happens is that you know when it's really hot and in the distance you kind of see your vision wobble.
Eat your nuts.
I see that. You see like a load of vibrating like vision sort of come up, and then as it gets closer and closer to whipping the Shambler, it starts to hear like, "You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit."
Piuwhgieawrg's gone dark.
Whoa.
I grew my hair especially long for this mission, and now you fucking ruined it, you piece of shit! You piece of shit! I was getting ready for when I saw my John, but you've ruined it, you piece of shit! until it hits the Shambler bang on the head with just a barrage of insults.
You hear it echoes within this like inner chamber within the plants. The plants sort of reverberate.
Is it sad? Please tell me it's sad.
The plant? Is the plant sad?
Is the Shambler sad?
The plant does seem to like droop a bit. I'm going to ride on that one insight from a minute ago. No, because it's that's your one for the thing. You've no idea. You can interpret it as sad if you want, but that's more like your spite coloring what you're saying. You don't know, but it does seem to like
That's good enough for me.
It's also seeming pretty damaged. Yeah. Going back up to the top, Ravenall.
Has Blight 3 seen me?
It shot you, didn't it?
Yeah.
No, that was Blight 2, and he died.
Blight 2 attacked
like-
Dendro. Blight 3 did shoot needles at you and missed. Yes.
Damn
Sorry.
it.
Oh! Is it too late for me to use my movement?
Not at all. Go for it.
I'm
Nope.
just gonna run the fuck away.
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There we go. I'm behind a tree.
Oh, that won't
Uh,
be used against you in the slightest.
Yep.
What?
Well, you know, just we're being attacked by trees.
Oh, fuck.
I love it though, because that's what you would do. You'd be like,
Yeah.
gotta find shelter. I'll go here.
Oh, God.
Incredible. So good. Ravenall, what you doing?
I'm going to put my bow away.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to. She's like pissed off. Just got hit by lightning. Would she recognize this as fey magic?
Oh, hell yeah. Everything on this world is fey magic. And moreover, I will tell you, Ravenall can tell that these plants have been animated by something powerful.
Yeah, she's pissed. This is like ancestry magic to her. She's like, I know this. Her eyes just start glowing. She is going to dash towards Blight 3. Oh, if I could have my handy. She is going to use one of her new shiny new abilities. So she's pissed. Her eyes are glowing, like this dark kind of, like anime when they zoom in, it's just the eyes that glow and everything else is like faded. It's like that. One of her limbs becomes this massive spike, and she's going to use the rest of her movement to drop down and try and hit Blight 3.
I love it. What I'm gonna say is you've used your action to dash. Wait, you're a rogue.
I am a rogue, so I can use cunning action to dash.
Cunning action to dash, but you actually don't need to dash. You can use your movement to get above it if your intention is then to just drop, because dropping is a free action. That's
fine. I'll use my movement then, and then to drop.
Go ahead, give me that attack.
Do I add any? Do I add anything to this?
Strength modifier plus proficiency.
Okie dokie. 18.
18 will hit. Go ahead and roll your normal damage plus an additional 2d6, but halved. And tell me what you get. You know what? I'll do the 2d6. You do your normal damage. Go for it.
I don't know what normal damage is.
Oh, let me grab that super quick.
So, it's a d6. You may roll a d6 in place of your normal damage.
It'll be d6 plus your strength modifier in damage.
Oh, that's a 7. I rolled a 6 plus a 1.
Oh my goodness. That is amazing. And then on top of that is 7 half to 3. So you'll deal a total of 10 damage to this blight.
Mm-hmm.
And you will take 3 points of damage for wings.
Yes. So a guided, gentle, well, not gentle, but guided.
Yeah, guided shink.
Smackdown.
Yes, this thing is almost dead.
Okay, and then I will cunning action disengage.
Mm-hmm.
And fly back up. Goodbye.
Beautiful. So yeah, you just think up.
Yeah.
The yo-yo method.
Yep.
Strong. The ways are strong with this one.
I need to learn this.
That is Susie's turn. So cool, by the way.
That was fucking tight.
That was so cool. Yes, Suzie.
Alrighty. I'm gonna shoot the Shambler.
Yep.
I shot the Shambler, but I did not shoot Blight. I'm using my pistol now.
Mhm.
So, 21.
21 hits.
Nice, thank you. 9 points of damage.
Ooh.
Shooting again. That's shit. It's 15.
15 still just hits.
Nice.
This thing does not have a very high AC.
Oh, I'm dropping stuff. 8. And then I'm gonna close the distance
Mm-hmm.
and use my bonus action to use my hunting knife to
Step.
Fuck it up, Suzie.
Stab,
Fuck it
stab.
up.
Yeah.
Stabby stab.
Stabby stab.
Come on, baby. 23?
23 hits.
No, it's 21, but that still hits. 9.
Wow. Truly on death's door. You offload into this thing and just stab into it. It is being shot and ripped apart, releasing an extraordinary quantity of power.
And I'll say to it, I'm just sending you back to mama, baby.
The electricity, the magic, the fey magic is going to pop out a blight right next to it. But because you've dealt so much damage in this turn, it is a slightly more powerful blight.
No! It should be the upper one! No!
That's so rude.
That's pretty rude, isn't it?
Very rude.
Not very nice, Mr. Shambler.
Because I think it was, what, 989?
Something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly enough to make the bigger blight. Yes, the Shambler looks truly at the edge. But next it is going to be the Blight's turns. Blight number 3 is gonna take another crack at doing the same thing it did before. Gonna do a needle attack on, sort of a ranged attack on Ravenall, but this time not with disadvantage. For a total of 17.
That will hit.
Love it. For
I
me. That, again, I don't know what I've done. I apologize for my cursed rolling.
How are you rolling so low?
This is 11 points of piercing damage to Ravenall.
I look
So we're
over and
changing-
it's like 6 and a 5, 6 and a 5, 6 and a 4 on
We're
the 2
changing the video. You're no longer a generous god.
Yeah, edited out.
You can use my previous ones, evil, diabolical, malefic.
Safe to say, Ravenall does not have the energy to keep herself in flight.
Oh
She's
no.
really, really low, so she's going to graciously start making her way to the floor.
Oh, good
Save you
job.
from falling damage. once
Really
getting
good.
unconscious. Good.
Yes, that is the needle attack, and then we come to the Vine Blight. And is going to create a 15-foot radius sphere. So we're just going to say that it's going to get Suzie and Dendro. Oops.
So
Yeah.
rude.
What about the Shambler?
I mean, yes, it will get them into this, but plants are immune to this ability.
That's so rude.
Well,
Because
frogs
it's gonna
are closely
use-
related to plants.
This is
Please show you're working.
Yeah. And did you get that from the last campaign, or did that carry over?
from Gudrun,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'm pulling it from the Dreamlands, you know?
Dreams that plants.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
frogs are the same.
Gudrun is a tig, which is like made of wood,
Yeah.
and so he's channeling forwards the just forget about that, you know?
I can't
Think-
wait to
think
explain
where.
this to Neil and Mike. Wait, I know Mike saw the Twitch stream. I
Amazing.
don't know if Neil has.
I need a strength saving throw from Dendro and Suzie, please.
Why strength? Why strength?
Why
What?
strength?
Because it asks for strength. This is an entangling plants ability.
I got 19.
I rolled shit.
19 passes.
I rolled a 5. Plus
Five.
4 is a 9.
9 does not pass.
9 does not pass,
I
folks.
know.
The DC for this ability is higher than 9.
I don't
Take
know.
note.
Dendro, you are quick. You see these coming. You're able to nimble footwork prevent yourself from getting entangled. But Suzie, you're closer to the vines that are being summoned, and you are restrained by
Again.
entangling plants that come and grow and whip around you.
Nice.
Indeed. And next up, it is Dendro's turn.
Oh, okay.
Frog boy.
Dendro's body is hurt.
Hmm.
So we're gonna end this. We're gonna stop it in its tracks.
Hell yeah.
So I'm going to attack the Shambler
Absolutely.
for a natural 20.
Ah. And may I remind you of the house rules. First, you max out the potential damage you would deal, and then you roll your normal damage dice and add that to the total for a critical hit.
12, so that's 13 base
Yep.
Dang.
plus the D8, which I'm gonna put this here. For another 6. So
19.
yeah.
19 points of damage. Dendro, how you want to do this?
I'm a little mad now, so I'm gonna go for the face first, the big ugly mole.
Fantastic. Yes, you do you just sort of like uppercut this thing?
Yeah, like a jumping uppercut because it's bigger than me, and I may dream I'm 8 foot, but I'm not 8 foot. So like a little spring in my jump. Do a jumping.
Da da
Jump.
da 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 da. Bonk.
Yeah.
And you knock free these stones that were acting as its like teeth, and they go flying and just like thunk into the ground as the rest of the power that is animating this thing leaves it, and it collapses backwards into the ground, disanimated.
Right. How many more are left? Let's move across. Step respectfully over the vines.
This is difficult terrain for you, but that won't matter hugely.
Just want to move like there. In fact, I just want to move like that much. Just a little,
Yeah.
just a little step over.
Fantastic.
And punch the vine blight. It's my one job. I punch things.
And you do it well.
That's a dirty 20.
That hits.
So we will do 7 points with what? So 8 damage.
8 points of damage. Noted.
And I will spend one of my key points to deal 2d6 extra.
Yes, this is your subclass ability.
So that's an
Amazing.
extra 7 points.
Uh-huh.
And then it's got to make a strength saving throw.
Alrighty. What's the name of this ability again?
It's the. I'll have to bring up. 1 second.
That's all good.
Weapon.
This
This
is-
is Forged Heart.
Yes, the Forged Heart. That's a 19 on the die. That's good 21.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it makes it.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have. No, you should have taken the damage after the save. Sorry, so you only take 1d6 of damage.
Got you.
So 5 points.
5 points instead. Understood.
You don't get pushed back, I suppose.
And don't get pushed back, I believe is correct.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. So yes, you use this technique that you have obtained through learning from Simply Sam and through the help of the Warforged of Giart. And there's this like boom of impact as the Vine Blight is hit. You've done a serious amount of damage, but it is still up.
So I use my bonus action and I punch it again.
Go for it.
Can't keep me down, Josh.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
still standing, and I raise you,
You
my
can-
fist.
You can burn a key point to Flurry of Blows if you want.
How bad does it look?
Half.
Then I'll use a key point for 2 extra attacks.
Wonderful.
So the first one was 14 plus 19.
Hits.
Where's the D8? For 6 points.
6. Understood.
And then the last attack, it's 15
15 does hit.
for 2 plus 4, 6 points.
Down to 1 hit point.
Rude!
Get him, Suzie!
Oh, brutal. And a
No,
fantastic.
I haven't been adding my poison. That's just bludgeoning. one tick of poison.
And that bit of corruption seeps into just kills the edges around your punches, and the Vine Blight is destroyed and is no more. 1 blight left,
Poison is super effective against grass types.
Yeah, it is.
as we all know.
Yeah, it
As
is.
we all know.
Just as a little bit of like intimidation, even though it's just magic in plants. I'm going to turn to Blight 3 and smile at it.
Absolutely amazing. Piuwhgieawrg, bring it home.
Oh, it's me.
Oh yeah.
God. Just been, God, so many of them are dead by now. Okay. I do have a question.
Yeah.
So I was looking at my hammering horns, and it says, where does it say? Where, if you move at least 30 foot straight towards the target, does it have to be a straight line, or can it be diagonal?
Oh, are you asking if you can hammering horns the vine by going in an arc?
Yes.
Or are you going to try to crash through the trees to go in a straight line towards the blight?
Oh, yes, I can do that. Can I do that?
You absolutely may. I would ask for an athletics or an acrobatics check to do that. To see how successful you do that. Because I'm going to say I think you can do it.
Okay. I'm going to move here. Because I'm going to do the melee attack with my ram, obviously. Carrie. And then do hammering horns as well. I don't know.
To the best of my knowledge, you would have to go through the trees to have that 30 foot of movement.
Yes.
So-
So you need me to do that check.
So you were down here,
I was, yes.
and if you go 10 feet up, you won't have enough to make it to the blight.
Oh, that's annoying.
You can still go in a straight line, but it's through the trees.
We thought we'd never use Pythagorean theorem, but look at us now.
It's good that we can use it, but I can't remember it.
A square plus b
So
squared
I
equals
could
c
do
squared.
theoretically like that.
No, you can move diagonally. Like
Oh, I didn't know if it like had to be. Okay, yes.
Oh, I see.
I will crash
Not
through
a
the
straight
tree.
line, as in just as long as it's
Within the
only moving towards, not like zigzagging or turning
Okay.
corners and stuff.
that
That's
was
what it.
yeah. That was why I was asking. Okay,
Gotcha.
so.
My apologies.
How do I roll for this again?
So you roll the d20 plus your athletics or acrobatics skill, whichever you prefer.
Ooh, it's an 18 with my acrobatics.
Ooh.
Amazing. You rants through the trees. And and it's easy. Nay, it feels natural.
Almost as if I'm a goat.
Almost as if you're a goat and you're well suited to this terrain. You go straight towards this blight.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and make that attack?
Yes. That was cooked. Guys, I'm not kidding. That's a nat 20.
Nice.
Okay. So, so it already does a 1d4 bludgeoning damage.
Right.
So
Plus your strength, I believe.
plus my strength, which is 0 anyway.
Okay.
Plus 2. So that's 6 points of damage. And then do I need to add anything on for the hammering horns, or does it replace the ram attack?
It just comes after the ram attack if you use your bonus action.
Okay. So it takes 6 points of damage, and then I can just roll another d4.
I'm just bringing it up. 1 sec.
It's very hard to read.
I apologize.
Oh, it must succeed on a strength saving throw.
That's right. If you move at least 30 feet straight toward part of the attack, target instead takes bludgeoning damage equal to 1d4 plus your strength modifier on its push. Got it. So it's going to make a strength save.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get a natural 1. The universe has balanced indeed, which is also part of this critical hit. So go ahead and roll another d4.
Mm-hmm. So that's another 1 point.
But plus maxed out of what it would be, so plus 4.
So 5.
So you got 5 and 6 is 11 points of damage. Absolutely. And this thing goes absolutely flying. How do you want to do this?
Yes! I'd like to think when I headbutt it, it goes yeet, yeet, yeet until it's like on the remains of the shambler and the other one. And when it smacks it, it just becomes a huge pile of leaves.
Absolutely.
Be like, oh, it's autumn time now. Everyone make a leaf angel.
Absolutely brilliant. You guys are out of initiative. As the attack comes to an end on the city. You see that the sirens go off, that there seems to be a quiet and a calm. Fires rage in various parts around the city, but the shields come down. And Kablini Ikra calls to you. My thanks for your help. Please, now it is safe to come into the city.
Thank you.
You believe us now?
Yes. That was brutal. Well done.
I lost some of my fur.
It doesn't look that bad.
Looks pretty cool. It looks like, you know, when people like get the shaved side of their head and they do like a design in it. So, yeah.
Ooh, I did tell John I always liked that aesthetic, but he never wanted to do it.
Well, now you have.
Now I have.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've got to find John and show off this awesome new haircut. Anyway, let's go into the city.
Absolutely. Just for me to get a bead, how much longer are people good to go for?
Probably another half hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah?
So,
Fantastic. All right. This Vespin produces her sort of insectoid wings and comes down and orders for the east gate to be opened to allow you inside. My apologies, we were in the middle of a lockdown, but seeing you fight, clearly you are not of the same powers that beset Wildfolk's Folly. You are welcome to whatever hospitality is left in the city.
Well, as a thank you for your generosity. Oops. Well, that rolled anyway. I have made an apple crumble.
You produce an apple crumble. Kablini takes 2 full steps backwards. All of the archers and folks on the walls get a look, and half of them reach for ammunition.
No.
yeah, don't do that. That's a bad idea if you do that.
Bellini holds up a hand. Erswefhs?
Yes.
This one has to come under arrest.
What?
No, they don't.
Bellini's like, sending stuff. I'm gonna need. Can you get the
Like
captain of the
Raph sending
interior?
some-
You could.
Thanks, Porgy's gonna run.
Or you probably shouldn't go off in.
Can somebody shoot a net at the Cagrian, please?
I'm too pretty to go to prison.
Everybody just calm down. We're gonna sort this.
Calm down, Kablini. You just shot a net at one of my crew.
Can I get nets on all these people,
No,
please?
no.
No.
She's gonna use unsettling presence. Just
I'm no threat to anybody. I just wanted to make a really nice apple crumble as a gift for your wonderful hospitality. And I mean,
Nobody eat the apple crumble.
It's not a poisoned apple crumble.
They eat it out of spite.
You eat it out of spite?
Yeah, just
Dendro.
deadlocked eyes. Like, I will.
Dendro.
That's not in your best interest. What kind of...
Kablini, who's in charge here?
I'm getting whoever I can. Just...
All right, you tell them Suzie Coin's crew is here.
Okay, I need y'all to back up. Close these gates, please. We're gonna sort this out.
But I would like to try and get Piuwhgieawrg out of the net.
Yeah. You can absolutely do that. You also...
Notice the ground is actually quite cozy at this point with the grass. It really takes me back to my ancestral roots. I could go for a nap right about now.
You've unsettling presence.
Yes.
Is that a wisdom save?
No. It just
happens?
I'm doing it more for flavor than anything. My sort of eye goes milky a bit. I'm just trying to sort of intimidate and just be like,
Yeah.
just so she knows I'm not just some random lady. Like, I'm serious here. It just gives her disadvantage on the next saving throw she makes in the next minute.
Perfect. Yeah, there is a buzzing from Kablini, like the swarm.
We mean you
Inside
no
her.
harm.
You bring Erswefhs here.
You're gonna have to explain the significance of that.
Is
All
it
right.
because my baking skills are really amazing and it threatens you? Because I promise I just want to be friends.
Admits it!
What?
The Dread Bakers!
What?
The what?
You need to explain this.
Alright, let me just... I'm not good at this. And there's another voice from up top going... Or through the sending stone, rather. Do you have this in your hand, Dendro? Did you grab that?
I wanted to grab it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you have grabbed it. There's a voice that comes through that says... Boop, 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 boop. Hello there, this is Sidea Fallowfly, Captain of the Interior. What seems to be the situation, Kiblini?
Yeah, Kiblini is not here right now, but
Dendro!
Kiblini asked if you could just because we just explain the situation
Dendro, can you please give back the sending stone?
with the Dread Bakers.
You are
Could
not
just,
helping the
could you
situation!
just go over that bit, please.
Around 5 minutes pass, everybody's sort of yelling at each other, and what have you. And jumping down and gliding down from the wall is a Hadozi, named Sidea. Comes. Okay, everybody calm down. Like, talking to our own people here. No pointing of things. This is strange. My understanding is that you have come and you've helped us defend the city, which is not what we have come to expect. So, we'll explain the situation if you explain first who you are and where you're from.
I'm Piuwhgieawrg the Erswefhs. I'm from Urselen. I thought the fame of the bakery just transcended different planets, and that's why I was really excited.
Okay, I don't know Urselen, but the name
Ma'am?
Erswefhs has a history here. We'll get into that in a second. That doesn't help me. Everybody else, please, who are you all?
I'm Dendro.
Dendro, hi.
Hi.
Griffin was just like laying on the ground. She's still got these needles sticking out of her. She's not looking very well. So she's just kind of laying there looking at the sky, going, just shrugging her shoulders, going,
Am I
she
like?
can't
I'd
really
like to
hear
think.
the question. She's just like, I'm a fairy.
I like to think we're just lying next to each other, except Porgy's like face down, and we're just like vibing together as I'm in a net,
Like in the grass.
and you're just covered in needles.
So like I didn't hear like, who are you? I kind of hear like, what are you? So she's just very steeply gone, I'm a fairy.
She was a victim of what happened to the Moonlight Carnival.
Okay. My condolences for that, and for what's happened to the carnival. I'm truly sorry. We lost too many the same way. And you,
Suzie Coyne,
Suzie Coyne, Sidea Fallowfly.
pleasure to meet you. How long have you been captain of the interior?
Good few years now. I work closely with the Captain General of the Wild Guard.
Do I know who that is?
You would know who this is, because it wouldn't have changed. The Captain General of the Wild Guard is a tree, who is a dryad.
Cool. Do I know them personally?
You might have met them.
Yeah.
Let's say 11 or higher. You know them.
Just a straight luck check.
Straight luck.
17.
Beautiful. Yeah, you know Isabel Spruce.
Isabel Spruce. Thank you.
I'm from a land down under.
On the land down under, Isabel Spruce.
I'm just trying all of the accents to offend the most people possible.
Excellent.
Bruce.
Well, shotgun spread, everybody.
My next character is going to be Irish, actually.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yes.
Spruce still Captain General
Bruce is
here?
still, yes, Captain General for the moment. Yep.
The moment. Interesting.
Things are not the same as they have been. Things have gotten bad.
Look, can we get a cleric?
You can get a cleric. Apologies, we are beset day and night by constant attacks, and a lot of people have gone missing. A lot of people.
Oh yeah, this one's husband, actually, gesturing towards Piuwhgieawrg.
They took your husband as well? What? You have to explain your relationship to the Erswefhs we know, because people who have ventured out into the woods and eaten the pastries that have been made for them there have been enchanted never to return.
I promise that is not a specialty that I do. Back at the Erswefhs bakery in Zelen, people just absolutely love our pastries, but they can go home. Well, they do go home. We consent and they consent for them to go home. There's no magic here.
Okay. Even if you are different, look, you obviously need clerics. Will you consent to at least being in the presence of guard? If I take you know Isabel Spruce? Will you vouch for points to Piuwhgieawrg?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then I'd rather have allies than enemies. Just please, don't make any pastries or baked goods of any kind.
This actually makes Porgy really sad. Like, really upset.
Just
There are
so many more later when we're not when all this is sorted. We'll have a buffet.
Huh? I look forward to that.
Me too.
Let me take you to Isabel, and we can talk through everything that's going on. Can we get this gate open again, please? These people have bled for you. That's the least you can do. Get you inside. And you were taken into Wildfolk's Folly. The city is not as you remember it, Suzie. Where once there was a healthy meeting place between artifice and nature, a lot of greenery, a lot of plants and people tending to them, roof gardens, green walkways between the streets. Much of that is gone. There is clear evidence of smoke and blackened earth, as though people have been burning plants inside the city. The air sort of has that soot quality to it. And while there are still trees, they are far fewer in number than you recall. The people look tired and haggard and suspicious of you all coming in. There's a mix of all kinds of races here. Plenty from Ipia. You recognize other fairies and goblins and Hadozi and Fey folk, as well as plenty from other worlds. As humans and orcs and dragonborn and gnomes and halflings and elves, etc. And you are brought... Where's my map? Give me 1 second. You're in.
May I ask a question?
Of course you may.
Well, it actually just occurred to me when you said that we all bled for them. Did the earth absorb the blood like Susie's blood got taken? Kind of like rolled away. You know, when she was bleeding and it kind of just went off.
Yes.
Did all our blood that was spilt on that area just kind of get taken by the trees?
Not in a well, the blood that is specifically shed by the plants while they were animated seemed to be drunk into them.
Okay.
But all of your wounds that continue to bleed didn't seem like an abnormal absorption into the earth.
Cool. So thank you.
No worries at all. You are led down south past what you can clearly see is some kind of church. Ravenall and Suzie, knowing this place, would know that this is the blah 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 blah. That is the wow, I'm so sorry. I can't find it. I believe it is the Church of the Herder, who is the great spirit who shepherds ghosts and the dead, where they must go. And beyond, there is sort of what seems to be a graveyard. There are headstones and things, but it's very overgrown. It seems almost like a greenhouse, like a garden back there. And then you'd come to the Wild Guard Constabulary. Big building, the center for this sort of police slash military defendants of this city. And inside, there's an open round chamber where grows a spruce tree. And sort of stepping from it is the sort of like a dryad, slightly plant, slightly humanoid form of a very beautiful, dark-barked woman who sees Suzie. Oh, Suzie, what a lovely surprise to see you.
Good to see you too. How are you doing?
Things are trying.
So it would seem.
And how are you?
All right, thanks.
I see that you have tangled, as it were, with our assailants.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
I'd be more than happy to fill you in on everything. Can we get clerics and here a wave of healing passes over you all. You get 11 points back each.
Thank you.
Ooh.
There's some druid magic that goes out to
That's
all
almost
of
all of my hit points back.
you. Can we get somebody to very gently take the needles out of this lovely fairy? Comes up with the bone spike arm. Yeah. Hey, this is the closest to the Feywild you're gonna get. People don't blink an eye at that stuff.
Yeah,
Josh.
it's still going.
Yeah.
From Tasha's mind whip, doesn't I have wild surge number? Didn't that change?
Oh, we totally forgot about Wild Surge. It's
been a
been too
while.
long. I'm gonna need you to. You were at 5. I remember that correctly.
Yeah, I am at 5. My character sheet says that.
So at a 1 through 5, this is a Wild Surge.
Okay. Where's my d6? There it is.
25% chance.
4.
D6?
You roll.
I'm rolling a d6, and if I rolled a 6, I would have rolled it again.
No. You're going to roll a D20. And if it's
Oh! Apologies.
if it's
Sorry.
a 6 or higher, nothing happens and it ticks up.
That is a 9.
Okay, that ticks up to a 1 through 6. You'll get a Wild Magic Surge for next time you cast a spell.
So wait, what's the number now I write down on here?
6.
Sorry. It is 6, okay.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Whew, saved by the dice from having not done the rules. Refreshments are brought for you. Chairs are brought. A demure satyr man comes over to you, Ravenall. May I?
Yeah.
And so gently that you don't even feel them coming out until that last moment when they're fully gone from your flesh. Very slowly begins to remove the needles from your skin.
Just kind of like lays there and just close eyes. She's quite content. And then as more needles are going, the arm is kind of going back to its normal looking.
Very cool. Yes. So, as you may know, a ways back, this used to be the territory of the Clay Father. And after that, it became sort of in more of a neutral ground, a meeting place. But that was abused by the Ismerans, who came here, and the Edifitra Juthra. When the God War came, as you remember, Suzie, but for your friends, in case you didn't know, Suzie helped a rebellion against Juthra, led by Helibor, one of the archfey of this world. Juthra was destroyed and dismantled, but Helibor did not lay claim to this territory, as was his right, having his own lands very far away. The next archfey to arrive has done so in recent years, and it has only gotten worse in recent months. They call her the Silt Mother. We believe her to be a hag, Grenwilla Siltmouth, another name she is called. And she has decreed that all communication off-world, all dealings with other planets are to be shunned from this land, and Wildfolk's Folly is to be reclaimed by nature. And all artifice will be reduced to rock and rubble. And the people here who have made their lives over generations resist. It is our duty to protect this world, to try to find harmony with the land, but the Mycon and Great Spirit of the Earth, Ipia by extension, remain neutral. The Silt Mother pays tribute. Now, more recently, much more recently, things started to go wrong. Very wrong. The ancient Erswefhs warriors returned. 2 of their number have fallen in with the Silt Mother, and they have taken Madame Arcadia and many, many others. None can defeat these dread bakers, the Erswefhs. I don't know how the line returned, but they are as potent as ever they were.
What happened to the original line? You said you don't know how they returned. Did they die out?
Well, they died with the Clay Father, or so we all believed. Many, many generations ago now.
And you said 2 of them joined the Silt Mother. Does that mean that there's more that didn't? There's more here?
There are only 2 that we know of, and now a 3rd. Looking at you.
Yeah, but we got the good ones.
I am not a warrior. I am a baker. All I know about my family, the Erswefhs, we settled in Ursulan, and we've built the foundations of our bakery for many, many generations.
Isabel stops you. I'm so sorry. I'm confused. Where you're from, bakers are not considered warriors of great esteem.
No?
It must be a peaceful place you come from.
Yes. Well, I live in a very small village. I kind of don't really know what goes on in the outside world. So this is all very interesting and insightful new information. And the fact that there could be a part of my family that are like bloodthirsty warriors is a little bit intimidating.
No other planet. Isabel, just of all the planets I've been on, baking has been a good thing. Always.
Well, it would be here as well if they were not intent upon ensorceling our finest people and depleting the population of this city so that we cannot defend ourselves.
Do you have a family tree of the ancestry of the Erswefhs?
I do not, but you can always ask the Bicon.
Where are they?
They are at the Church of the Shepherd, but I can always bring them here.
That would be really lovely, thank you.
Or at least call to them and see if they will come. I apologize for the way that you were greeted, and I thank you for your help. But this is not all. I've sent off the call. We have seen an incredible number of bounty hunters make their way into the city of late. Many of them have gone off into the forest, seeking whom I do not know. In addition to this onslaught of newcomers, which seems to have aggravated the already devastating attackers in the archfey of the Silt Mother, we have our internal problems. There are those within the city. There have been riots who believe that only by removing all influence of nature from the city can they truly be protected from the attacks from outside.
Why are they living... I'm sorry, I'll be blunt. Why are they living on this planet? If that's their attitude.
You have to understand, it has been very trying. A lot of people have... The attacks have been incessant. People have been hurt. People have been lost. This is coming out of recent wounds. This is not how these people would normally react.
It's just...
They've been living here for generations. And when their best defenses are the technology that is abhorred by creatures who come, they are digging in their heels in opposition for survival.
Fair. Doesn't make sense, but fair.
People often don't make sense. And it has grown quite bad. If you and your companions, obviously capable, are in a position to offer us any aid, we would try to make it worth your while. We'll take all the help we can get. The last thing that has beset us is that our watchtower, set in on the Gloomfowl hill in the ruins of Arsion's castle, we've lost contact. And therefore lost a great deal of warning time when these attacks will come. Suzie, I'll be blunt, this is very bad.
Yeah.
It's not tenable to keep a portion of territory from the archfey who lays claim to this land. I can't keep the peace. I don't know what will happen if tribute is not paid to the great spirit of the earth here. All of these people might die.
Okay. Could we talk amongst ourselves for a moment, please?
Of course, take all the time you need.
Thank you.
Leads back into the tree, but there's a side room where you guys can.
Yeah. Alrighty, folks. How are y'all feeling? Let's check in. Crew check-in time.
It's a big plate.
It's a big what?
It's a big plate, and there's a lot of food on it.
Yeah.
Maybe that doesn't make sense to you. That's a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah. I thought that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Ravenall, how are you doing?
Better. Thank you.
Good.
Hearing Arcadia's name again, I want to find her. I want to know what happened. But I
Yeah.
don't want to risk everybody else.
Piuwhgieawrg?
Can't hear you.
You are muted.
What?
Oh.
There you go.
Oh.
Oh, is it probably because I was really quiet and my mic didn't detect it.
Ah.
I'm really sad because I thought after my family tree were really peaceful people. You know, we never want to hurt anyone, and the fact I want to find them.
The way I see it, we have a few options here if we do want to help. You might be able to make inroads through your family. There might be an in there. Maybe we could use that to talk to the Silt Mother. Did I meet with the Silt Mother like half an hour ago?
That's a reasonable assumption
Yeah.
to make.
Thank you. I think I've already made contact with the Silt Mother. At the very least, she was a being made of silt with a feminine form, with like a veil, like she was mourning, like maybe she's the Silt Mother and there was the Clay Father, and like, you know. So she might be talked to if we had an appropriate kind of offering. Maybe we could sort something out. The Clay Father, the reason I touched down where we did was knowing it used to be the Clay Father's sort of territory. He died there. His body disappeared, but he died there, and so did his warriors disappeared as well. That's probably your family. But he was all about marrying Edifice with nature. He was all about shelter, temporary shelter. Clay is, you can mold it into a home, but it can still be washed away. It's not taking over nature. It sounds like the Silt Mother is grieving, and an archfey grieving is a terrifying thing. I don't know if she feels like the Clay Father was taken from her because he wanted some sort of harmony between artifice and nature. but and maybe she resents that. I don't know. I could be reading into things, but that's how I might feel if I were angry and an archfey, and thus angry becomes like. I sort of look around. It's a very natural response. Very powerful. But maybe appealing to her on that side of things about remember what the Clay Father was about. And if we maybe had a something the Clay Father used to be Clay Father was called all sorts of things, lots of archfey are. One thing he was known as was Clay Father Illibream.
Oh, I know that name.
Yeah, we do.
know that name,
We do.
don't we?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, do we have to give the spade back?
Maybe.
I don't know.
What if she wants her husband back?
Well, I don't know if that is her husband or what, because I don't recognize either of those other two names. Like, he went by a lot of names, but I don't recognize Etobicoke Chaharazid. They seem like they're coming from something else. Somewhere else. So I don't know what the deal is, but there's names, even if they're not your true names. Kind of make eye contact with Ravenall. They mean something. To have... I don't think it's just a coincidence that there's a powerful being in a spade, gestures to the earth being a thing, that one of their names is Illibream, if you know what I mean. So whether it Dendro, I think you do. I'm gonna challenge you on this one. I think you do.
You lost
Dendro,
me.
we're going to need you to do a 1+1 here.
You lost me at Clay Father. Like, I don't understand what's going on. We came to this place with our own list of problems, and now we've just doubled that list with more people's problems. Like,
Yes.
which one do we do first? With Benvolio's out there getting hunted, right? There's other bounty hunters here who are on his tail. So, like, do we go and help Benvolio, or do we just go find him when he's dead?
I think we very ethically put down a bird with 2 stones. No, but 2 birds with 1 stone.
That's not ethical.
Ethically.
That is That is not
I'm
ethical.
gonna like kneecap the bird first.
Warrior
so it can't
Erswefhs.
run, and then wing cap.
Classic, mate. Anyway.
That is one too many stones.
That is far too many stones. By offering the spade, or at least a chance for Silt Mother to reunite to possibly
Illibream.
Illibream. I think that could solve a few of our problems.
He died. Like, that's what's known, is that he died. And his body, but no one ever found his body.
It's probably in the dirt with your blood and the vines.
That's what I assumed, but I don't know.
But you know what they say in horror pictures? If you didn't see the body, then they didn't die.
This is true. This is true. But his death was
But
felt.
he's talking from a shovel.
I don't know that it is him. I think we have to talk to Ro before we proceed with anything on that. And
Oh, I
that,
just assumed that we would just steal it from him in his sleep. You know, just give a set a little bunk, and then he goes a little bit sleep, and then we take it, and then we just go back to the river, and then just put it in the river, and be like, hey, there's your husband, and then up they do. There we go.
Ro doesn't seem to be doing so hot these days. I
No.
think he would kill us if we did that.
Yeah.
Like, he needs a mental health day. He does. Week, yeah. But we've been in a bit of a rush. But he does, like, there's a reason that I just left him there to nap. He's just taking a really long nap right now.
It's a really long nap.
Really long
That's what's
nap.
happening.
And then there's people in the streets. They're not happy.
People in the streets. No, sorry. You said people in the street.
There is a presence in the doorway that appears. And a myconid, a mushroom folk, appears around 4 feet tall, eyeless, just a growing of various funguses on their bipedal body.
Ow.
And the mycon almost seems to survey all of you. You hear in your mind, perhaps you can kill more than one bird with 2 stones.
Josh, man, cut me some slack.
Perhaps.
It's canon now. You can't get away from it.
Perhaps.
One of the ones you seek, Benvolio, he has gone after the Silt Mother to help stop the attacks with his crew. Many of the others chase and follow him. Along the way, you may go via the watchtower and see what has transpired there. But that is all the aid that I will give you in directing your journey.
Thank you.
Very appreciated. I would normally give you a baked good, but apparently that's blasphemy here. What is your name?
We are the Mycon. We speak for the great spirit of the earth. For we are of that great spirit. And yet not. All are connected, and all are one. Then this network world. Dendro.
Hi.
You, this GM, you feel an attention in your mind being brought upon you. And you alone hear, with a voice that is singular and full of multitudes beyond count. Hello, little one. I think I have much to teach you. And the I becomes a we in your consciousness. And that's where we're going to call it for this session. Thank you all so much for watching here on the Hidden Realms Twitch and YouTube channels. This has been fun. We're going to do it again next week.
Yeah.
So check it out. Be there and see how this story of Fae and magic continues in the Siltwood arc. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye.